So one of the simplest things you can do, whether or not you're planter box trellising in a downtown apartment or you're out on acreages of pasture land in a ranch, is compost tea. So we're gonna walk you through step-by-step ways to produce compost tea, how to dilute it, how to do the things you need to do. We're gonna load it into the sprayer. We're gonna go up on pasture. We're gonna get some weather in here pretty quick, so we're gonna go ahead and show you how to apply it. You're gonna wanna dilute this no matter what application you're applying it to. So I put about 10 gallons of pure compost tea in out of the bag. After we make it here, we put it into the sprayer and we add another 40 gallons of water and then we spray until it's out. Basically what you wanna do is you'll get your, whatever compost you decide to choose. We use Blue Ribbon OMRI compost. We get it on Amazon, super easy to get. We basically get an old cheap pillowcase, dump the bag in there, turn the water on. Make sure there's not a lot of people around to get into a splash zone. Get the water going pretty good. Open up the pillowcase and just douse the compost. And if you've done it before, you want to get some of the remnants off because that's still good stuff, and let it come out into a bucket. In Orange County, when we're doing the planter boxes, we use a trash can and just do this exact same application right here. We'll use a pitcher to put it into our sprayer and dilute it down from there. And here we want to get 10 gallons of it. So it takes a minute just to make it, get it produced, screen it out through here, and it'll just drain out, super easy. Simple application, shouldn't take you more than about 20, 25 minutes tops. You could jet it a little bit to kind of get it coming out of the sides as well, so it doesn't just all come out the top. But if it's gonna come out of the top, you wanna keep your hands around the pillowcase so you don't get a lot of the, especially if you're using a sprayer. If you're just doing it, if you're diluting if you're just diluting down a pitcher or some other type of bucket, it doesn't matter if you get a few of the, a little bit of the compost debris in it. But if you're putting it through a sprayer, you're gonna wanna make sure that it coming out the top, you're holding on to it. And then once you get that done, you can start loading up your sprayer. I just get down in here and get it. Take the tops off. This is a 55-gallon sprayer. We put 10 gallons of compost tea in and then dilute it down. I put the strainer in so that this debris that's on top that you're gonna eventually get in there doesn't get totally in there. Try not to use your significant other's best Tupperware, or just go and buy one. Target's a great place for all this stuff. It's important if you're using sprayers with this much debris, especially this Big Valley Supply one that we got down here in Greenleaf, Idaho. They put out some of the best sprayers that I know of. It's imperative that you use strainers, because if you don't, if you take a look at this amount of debris that's in here, that will clog up your sprayers your first round. And then you'll be cleaning out your pipes and doing all that stuff. And that's not fun. If you look down here, that's 10 gallons. The line runs right across there. That's 10 gallons. You can use this strainer as a continuation of the filtration. I just do it to get a little bit more of the compost tea out of it, and then I take it out and just lay the hose inside of it. Super easy application. But you can see on a smaller scale, if you're using this at home, how much easier it would be in more of a kind of like a planter box sprayer or one of your flower sprayers. You're gonna wanna make sure you take the end off so it doesn't clog up all the time. And make sure it's imperative that you dilute this solution by at least half, if not more, because you don't wanna burn. The application that we're gonna use here on the pasture with weather coming in is gonna dilute it more with the rain. But if you're just applying this straight to your plants in your planter box or your trellis garden or really any application, just straight out of making compost, there's a high level of possibility that you're gonna burn your plants. You don't wanna do that. So diluting it will give you the opportunity to pour it directly in the root zone area without burning the plant. So no matter how many applications you want. In Orange County, when we're doing the planter boxes throughout the season, especially if we're planting new tomatoes or cucumbers or things like that, we'll only give it 1, maybe 3 tops applications throughout the year. If you have healthy soil, it should take care of that problem of growing anyway. But this is a great opportunity to add to the soil fertility, but more importantly, give you an additional amendment without having to buy something in a bottle from a chemical company that you're gonna put on and you don't know where it's made. This is made right in front of you. You know exactly what it is. You know exactly what the compost is. You can read the ingredients on the back of the compost, which is very important. We follow the OMRI certified labels, so I know exactly what's coming in that stuff. And diluting it down is just it's a magical mixture. You'll see results immediately. The beauty about the way that Big Valley does their sprayers, especially on the holding tank side of it, is it doesn't matter if I'm in the back, the front, the side, it shows me exactly where my gallons are. It's important to me, so I know what my dilution level is going to be. And it also helps with understanding exactly what my application is going to be. So if I'm 10 gallons to a 50, it's really a 55 gallon tank. It's amazing. So I highly recommend the Big Valley Spray Company down in Greenleaf, Idaho. They put out amazing sprayers. Okay, so we're right at the top. Gives us 50 gallons. It'll move around. We're kind of on a slope this way anyway, but I've got above 50 gallons. It's heading to the top over here. So I'm gonna ditch the hose. Clean a little bit of this debris off so it doesn't get inside. Sorry, splash zone is applicable here. Yep, no debris. Get the top on this thing. Nice and snug. Get us all wired up and hooked up. Okay, that's all set. We get ourselves wound up over here to build the pressure up in the system, and away we'll be going. Okay, we're gonna build up some pressure now with our horse motor. In just a second. Okay. Want to build your pressure up? Once you get everything started, you want to build your pressure up to 30, 35 pounds, something under 40 to keep yourself safe. Spray is consistent. You want to make sure your valve's in the right positions when you get it. They'll take you through the tutorial when you pick up your sprayer, and that your bubbles are perfect. This thing's ready, we're ready to rock. Make sure your connections are connected, hooked up, ready to rock, and then you have plenty of slack. You have plenty of slack, so when you're moving this down, the pasture and you make a churn, it doesn't do that and unplug the whole system. So we're ready to rock. Let's go.